informed. Stay plugged in. Read next on Sunday and every day of the week.
Hello and welcome to Next News. The governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Sanusi, has fired hot shots at the Australian equivalent of the CBN, the Reserve Bank of Australia, RBA, on the alleged bribery of Nigerian officials in the 2006 polymer banknote deal. In an interview with The Age, an Australian newspaper published today, Mr. Sanusi wondered what the RBA was doing, allowing its subsidiaries to spray bribes around, alluding that both the bribe givers and takers are culpable. Mr. Sanusi also raised questions over reports of payments into offshore accounts of Serenity International Limited, which is partly owned by the RBA. There are indications that more than $10 million may have been paid by the Australian company into bank accounts in tax havens to be used as commissions to secure the contract to print new banknotes for Nigeria. There are indications that more than $10 billion may have been paid by the Australian company into bank accounts in tax havens to be used as commissions to secure the contract to print new banknotes for Nigeria. It has been alleged that the CBN officials played a role or took a share of the bribe money from the Australian company to secure the contract. The Senate said it's pleased with Sanusi Lamido, the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, for his courageous line of action in reforming the banking sector. The senator said this after a closed-door meeting they had with Mr. Lamido, where he briefed them on the reasons behind the sack of some bank bosses while the Senate was on vacation. So far, members of the Senate are quite satisfied with the way the governor has handled his job and with the way he has handled the assignment up to the extent of the briefing today, said Senator spokesman Ayogu Eze, PDP Enugu State, said while briefing reporters after the meeting. The trial of Al-Mustafa Hamza, along with two others over the murder of Kudrat Abiola, wife of the presumed winner of the June 12, 1993 presidential election, Moshood Abiola, may have taken a new dimension as Justice Mojisola Dada of the Lagos State High Court, sitting in Ikeja on Tuesday, called for a trial within a trial. This is to verify if the signing of the statement endorsement form allegedly carried out by the second defendant, Rabo Lawal, at the 4th CID Area 10 office in Abuja was done under duress. At the resumed hearing, the prosecution led by the Solicitor General of Lagos State, Lawal Pedro, brought in its fourth witness, Ahmed Fari Yusuf, who was the then Assistant Commissioner of Police in Abuja. Mr. Yusuf testified that he obtained written statements from Mr. Hamza and Mr. Lawal. He also testified that Mr. Lawal was brought into the first office on September 21, 1999 to endorse a statement endorsement form allegedly written by him, Mr. Lawal, before the Special Investigation Panel, CIP. Mr. Pedro sought to tender the new two documents. The National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, has warned that some states in the northern parts of the country may experience drought this year. The warning is coming just as the cessation of rainfall is being experienced in some parts of the country. The Director General of the agency, Mohammed Al-Dubida, raised the alert on Monday after a quarterly meeting of the zonal coordinators of NEMA in Abuja. According to him, about 11 states in the northern part of the country would be affected by drought. He said warning letters had been sent to state governors detailing the local government areas that may be affected and the population of the people in the area. And now the business news. The Nigerian Stock Exchange on Tuesday lifted the one-week technical suspension it placed on the shares of Bank PHP and Spring Bank. The Exchange Corporate Affairs Unit informed stockbrokers during trading hours that the suspension has been lifted. Therefore, the share prices of the two banks, which were among the 4 banks recently declared stressed by the Central Bank of Nigeria, is now open to trading. Wole Tokude, an official in the department, said that the action was taken following a tripartite decision of the Stock Exchange, the CBN, and the Securities Exchange Commission. Ahead of the November 1 takeoff of full deregulation of the downstream population sector, the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, PEGASEN, has criticized the federal government's decision to remove subsidy on the prices of refined petroleum products. Subsidies cannot be removed until the government ensures that the nation's 4 refineries are working, said Babatunde Ogun, president of the PEGASEN. He added that these subsidies are there because Nigeria is importing, but if the refineries are working at optimal capacity, a higher percentage of the fuel consumed in the country will be produced locally. And now the sports news. The Black Satellite of Ghana will attempt to become Africa's first winners of the FIFA Under-20 World Cup after qualifying for the final yesterday, after that 3-2-1 win over Hungary at the Cairo International Airport. Despite not enjoying the pre-tournament favourites tag given to our Flying Eagles, who have since been eliminated from the competition, the Ghanaians have now edged Nigeria out in terms of number of times both countries have qualified for the finals. It will be Ghana's third final on Friday, while our under-20 team has been there on 2 occasions in 1989 and 2005. The chairman of the Committee for the Development of Athletics in Lagos State, Gomi Adeyemi Wilson, says the committee suspended the training of athletics till further notice due to the lack of funds and sponsorship. The board, which also supervises the activities of the Sydney Australia Athletics Foundation, selected about 40 students from the first edition of the competition held earlier this year with the aim of preparing them towards the 2012 Olympics. Thank you so much for listening to Next News. For more information, visit our website 234next.com.